Good morning, sunshines! Welcome to another Pokemon Legends ZA video. I'm going to show you an end game thing where you can get AZ's Floette. Really cool. This is a rare Pokemon. It's obviously very iconic from the story and all of that stuff. And you can get it into your own party for your own collection for the first time. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to do that. What it's going to require is you to actually beaten the main game. And after having done that, you are going to get a extra quest, a post-game quest, which is this, the Infinite ZA Royale. The impression this gives me is that you can just continuously do the ZA Royale thing indefinitely. That's really the impression here. But actually, you do get some special rewards. For example, after 7 major matches, you get a Master Ball. And after 15 major matches, you get AZ's Floette as a Pokemon for your collection. You can actually see your progress if you go into X and go into the Infinite Royale. And it'll show you, if you press R, the bumper measure, it'll show you the details here. So it's actually 50,000 points per ticket, just like you've been doing during the main story. The reward match wins are down below there where it says, for me, 14, which means we're 1 away. We only have our last match to do before we get AZ Floette. And the next match, it doesn't show you that stuff until you actually finish your ticket and whatnot. So let's go ahead and do our last night thing. So really all it is exactly what you've been doing all along. However, the trainers are obviously a lot better, stronger, and we just go straight to these battle zones and we do our 50,000 points, and then we go back to Quasartico Inc. and we get our I suppose level up match, which is the same thing you've been doing all story. So let's go ahead and do that. When you're doing these, I highly recommend you do these cards. These will give you so many points, and you get some that can give you up to 20,000 points for fairly easy tasks. So definitely do them, stack them up, so you'll be able to get through about 2 levels in the AZ Royale per night if you do it effectively. We got our Challengers ticket after 50k points, no problem at all. And after that, you just go back to Quasartico Inc., which is where we have our matches. Now at 15, and actually some of the matches as you go through the levels are kind of special matches, but at 15, it's obviously a very special match. So let's have a look at who we get as our opponent here. Yes, please. This is number 15, and we get... for the first time and the only time, by the way, we get Taunie, our rival in this game. Alright, so this is a big deal. Isn't the Infinite ZA Royale great? I haven't had a chance for an all-out match with you since we fought to see who the strongest Mega Evolution user. We get our little cutscenes, we get our little bromance, romance, and we have a couple of cutscenes after too. So watch me win. Yeah, I bet. This is it. So this is the big secret mission result after, because you think when you're going into it, you'd think that this is actually just something that's endless and you just get rewards, but actually having gone up to 15, you get a very special reward here. And actually, let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and finish this thing, see what Pokemon she has. We are not going to be messing about here because we are way too strong now. A game too, man. That's our starter. We can actually sword dance. Oh yeah, no chance. Here's a good team. What level is it actually? It's only level 70. Well, I say only, but actually we are like 90s now. It just happened naturally. It seems really easy, especially after you get some plushies to level up in this. Oof. Okay. Absol's just doing it all. She will Mega at the end. Oh, Poison got me in the end. Alright. Level 17 to my level 96. Let's go ahead and Mega before. I thought I'd show the match because it's kind of fun, and maybe a lot of people aren't going to get this far or do it because it does take a little bit of hours. But she actually sends out Floette itself. That's it. And why? Well, we're about to find out. Read it yourselves. She Mega Evolves it. It comes with a Mega. Just so cool. It's brand new, of course. Another new Mega for the game. Mega Floette. Here it is. Mega AZ Floette. And we'll take that out in one hit, I'm sure, yeah. She has the move as well, Light of Rain, or whatever it was there. It's a brand new move that was added to the game that she uses in the story and whatnot. It's a strong move, presumably, so we're going to get it in a sec. We beat Taunie. I'm really glad we met, you know? I bet. Could have taken on the whole ZA Royale or protected Lumios if you hadn't been there. I agree. We received a prize for winning your reward match. And what is it? 5 bottles of calcium. Perfect. But we have more. Emma came. Taunie, can I have a word? Emma, yeah, sure. Must be pretty important if you came to find me. Sorry, give us just a second, okay? This is why we need voice acting. Emma, you're sure? Alright. Blaines, come on, we need to make a stop at Quetzartico HQ. Guess what's gonna happen? I think a lot of people may have had their suspicions, but let's go ahead inside and continue this side quest to the end. Thanks for coming, both of you. Just triple checking, Taunie, your jacket was a keepsake from your mom, right? Yeah, it was. Well, I found the person who gave it to your mom in the first place. Guess what? That jacket was a gift from me, Jet, the CEO. Did you get it? Does it need to be said? I'm sorry. I'm quite sure that your mother was my daughter. I'm quite sure? Alright. Your mother worked to develop hologram technology, did she not? That's right. Your mother and I, we disagreed over the direction in which this company was moving. She left, saying that she had her own research she wished to pursue. Yes, she worked hard at that research, all while caring for me while I was just a kid. It was a lot for her to handle on her own. I think she ended up doing work for Team Flare, or maybe getting support from Lysandra. It is true that your mother's research contributed to the invention of Team Flare's hologram devices. That very same research enabled us to develop our own holotech here at Quetzartico Inc. Even though she chose to walk a separate path, still we find these points of intersection. Life truly is curious at times. So Mum's hard work helped make the wild zones and everything possible. But she burned herself out doing all that. In the end, she had to go to some faraway region to try and rest. That's crazy, that story point line, honestly, that's crazy. I see, and I suppose that is where she... Yeah. I knew my mom had ties to Lumios, so I figured I'd find you or someone who knew her here. But of course, her family was not originally from Lumios City. That's why it was a struggle to find any leads. Until I noticed the jacket. I couldn't be sure at first, as it has certainly seen some hard days since I last seen it, and of course, you've added some flair of your own. That's what prompted President Jet to enlist me to do some sleuthing for her too. At that moment, it struck me, what if President Jet and Taunie are related to and searching for one another? The big reveal. My daughter, your mother, did she ever speak about me? She regretted never talking to you again after she left, and she said if I ever met you, I should tell you something. Even though you and she walked different paths, there was still so much you had in common. Noticing what you shared made her life feel fuller even after she left, maybe especially after. So that was actually something we heard early in the game, if you remember from the early story. If only I'd been less stubborn. If only I tried to reach back across that divide sooner. And I think it's alright. She'd be glad to know her message reached you at least. I must ask one thing of you, Taunie. I bear responsibility for Quasartico Inc. choosing to conceal the truth about the tower's threat from the public for so long. And so I plan to step down as president. Wow. But the urban redevelopment plan must continue. We must make Lumiose City into a place that truly belongs to people, both people and Pokemon. Having some continuity in the project's leadership could help that transition go a little smoother. Perhaps if someone who had been helping already were to step into my shoes, someone who is already a leader in their own right. Wait, you're not saying what I think you're saying, are you? You want me to take over as CEO of Quasartico? Me leading the whole company? I mean, I guess it makes some sense to keep it in the family, but no. You know what? All right. I doubt Mom would have wanted me to refuse. You understand why I had to do this, right? But Team MZ, I thank you. I'm happy to know you'll miss having me around. And I hope you know I wouldn't leave unless it were really important. Hey, Floette. You were listening, right? I'm going to be really busy for a while. I probably won't have time to be a good Pokemon trainer. So you should do like AZ would have wanted. Help Blaines keep Lumiose safe. Thanks, Floette. Here, use this as well, Blaines. It's her Mega Stone. One of the variety of mysterious Mega Stones, a special Floette holding a stone will be able to Mega Evolve during battle, like we just saw a second ago. Blaines, I'm sorry to break up your team this way. It's alright. Even if we're apart for a little while, we'll always be Team MZ. I'll come give them the whole story later, but could you break the news to Lida and Naveen? I'll whip up an extra special croissant curry to make it up to all of you, I promise. Let's all keep doing what we can to make Lumiose the best place it can be. And that is the end of the Infinite ZA Royale mission. There is an end. Great. And that was a pretty hefty piece of story to be added on there in the post game, and we got a pretty hefty reward as well. Let's have a look. AZ's Floette right here. Wow. Comes at level 72, fairy, pure. Does it have any markings? No, not like that. It also has Light of Ruin, which is its special new move that was added in this game. Giga Drain, Energy Ball, and Synthesis, pretty good. And then its attack is down, special attack is up. It comes with pretty good stats already. It's best, triple best stats. Best in special attack as well, so it's pretty good. And it doesn't have any EVs, so that's something to note. Well guys, that's it. That's everything to do with the quest for getting AZ's Floette. I showcased everything here, and that's how you do it. You do the 15 Infinite ZA Royale matches, and that's it. So pretty nice little bonus there. I honestly thought it was just going to continue on forever. But then we get to 15 and we actually get a pretty nice reward. So knock yourselves out getting that yourselves. Thanks very much for watching the video as always. And I'll see you guys around in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.